morning to tend to them, take a look at them, see where the differences are, to know which to water, which needs manure. So if I have a 9-to-5 job, how do I do that?
Well, I've had a 9-to-5 job too in the past, and I attended to the plant.
You still wake up 6:30 to do all that?
You know, it's a question of priority. You wake up and you say, oh, I need to do something. But I always say, don't cut your coat according to your cloth. Don't overdo yourself, so that whatever you need to do, you have time to do it. You provide time. So 9 to 5, you come back at 5. 8 p.m. The driver said the woman belonged to a cult. I said, why? They said 2 a.m. in the morning they saw her watering her flower. That was when she had the time. That was one time water was available. And because of her passion, she said, I must get up and water my plants. So you provide the time to do it.
Right. If I live in a rented apartment, everywhere is concrete, is there hope for me? Can I have a garden there?
Well, as I said, concrete or no concrete, you can have things in containers, in pots around you. Then look at this. I mean, as I said, this garden is planned in segments. Imagine that from here to there, that's all the space you had, and you have these plants. This is your apartment. I mean, this is your house, and you have this all the space you had at the side of the wall. And you planted this. I think you have something to look forward to as a garden.
So you're saying I can actually have a garden on concrete?
Yes, I mean, all these plants here, I don't know whether we can see them. They are actually right on concrete.
Oh, okay.
You have concrete, you can put soil. You can put soil on concrete. Put a small border around it or blocks so that the soil does not get washed away. And you plant on the concrete. You plant in that soil. You plant all these plants there. They are growing on concrete. This concrete extends up there. I put this edge of caliper here to block the concrete. This is the limit of the concrete. No, it's all concrete all that way. But plants are still growing on them because I put the soil and I sort of secured it with the blocks.
Okay. Sometimes pests is a problem. You spoke of the fact that termites are very common in your state here in Ibadan, and they have actually attacked some of your plants. Oh, yes. So how do you handle pests? How do you control them?
Well, as you said, it's pest control, not pest eradication, because they also have their benefits. So we don't want to get rid of all of them.
Okay.
I mean, each morning I come and I see termites, I do a touch spraying, of the termites, just to discourage them, and they will disperse. So I don't come around, with a big pump and start spraying every plant, because there are, useful plants. We need the butterflies, we need the bees, if also you spray the wholesale spraying, we just get rid of them as well.
So selective pest control is
that's
preferable.
What I do. Yeah, and I think that's the way I see that. You just don't go wholesale spraying, because you need to preserve some of those insects also.
Thank you.
Well, this is another one, native to Nigeria, native to Africa. The date palm. It actually doesn't grow in southern Nigeria. You won't see it in the bush in southern Nigeria, but north of latitude 11 or so, you start seeing it in the wild. It's actually a plant that likes arid region, a bit of dryness, and that's where it thrives. And it takes so long. I don't even know. I think it's one of those things I did for nostalgia, because I used to grow I used to see it growing a lot where I lived in northern Nigeria. People say it takes 25-30 years before it fruits. So when you plant it, you are planting it for your grandchildren, not for yourself.
Date palm is a flowering plant species cultivated for its edible sweet fruits known as dates. It is naturalized in many tropical and subtropical regions worldwide, and it's widely cultivated across northern Africa, the Middle East, and South Asia. The origin of date palm is uncertain, though sources have attributed the origin to Egypt, Mesopotamia, the Persian Gulf area, and even Western India. The ancient Egyptians used the fruits to make date wine in later times. Traders spread dates around Southwest Asia, Northern Africa, and Spain. Date palms can take 4 to 8 years after planting before they bear fruits, and between 7 and 10 years to produce viable yields for commercial harvests. Date palms need well-drained, deep, sandy, loamy soil, which should have the ability to hold moisture and also be free of calcium carbonate. Dry, soft dates are eaten out of hand, while the tree can also be tapped for sap. Once established, date palms require no watering. They are a safe choice for heart patients, high blood pressure, and it is healthy sugar substitute with a rich nutrition profile. Dates are healthy sweet treats in daily diets, rich in fiber, potassium, iron, copper, manganese, vitamin B6, and magnesium. It may help in weight loss when consumed in moderation. About 4 to 5 dates per day will satiate one's sweet tooth.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dotsun Adekile, for talking to us today on Gardening 101. We really appreciate you.
Thank you, Ido.
All right, this is where we wrap things up on Gardening 101. I do hope you enjoyed what you've watched so far. If nothing, you must have understood the fact that you can actually have your own garden as well. This is not the exclusive preserve of those people we refer to as the elite. You can plant a garden as well. Until next time, I remain